folks out there who like this guy, who are watching this reaction right now because you saw Bibio. You're like, oh my God, no one's done a reaction to him yet.
So I have not seen a reaction to Bibio.
Yeah, anyway. I'm usually that guy. I don't know, sometimes I'm like, should I take it as a compliment? Like, when someone's like, boy, you're the only one who's ever done a reaction to this. And I'm like,
this song makes you want to, like, at first you're like,
you know what? It makes, if it's making people out there happy, it's kind of like why I'm doing this, right? Hey everyone. Yeah, that was better. My name is Greg. How you doing? Welcome to Into the Music. That guy over there is Phil. He is my, I can't really say guest appearance anymore, right? I mean, you've been on like several now.
I'm like a regular.
He's a regular, along with John and Andy, and happy to have them. And so, but Phil's on board right now. So let's focus on Phil. Phil, what do you got for me today? This is how it works. You feed me a song, and I go listen, and I let you know how much I like it or hate it.
All right. This is a person. He goes by the name Bibio. His real name is Steve Wilkinson. And the song I got for you is Take Off Your Skirt.
Ooh.
Ooh. There's two versions of this.
It's a family channel, you know that? I mean, you're not giving me anything with,
No. There's two versions of this. There's Take Off Your Skirt and Take Off Your Shirt. And they're both different. And they're both kind of different to the type of music that this guy usually has in his catalog. They're very different.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you much more about them because I just want to see what you think about this. This song in particular, this version, I picked because of a video that you just recently done, and I'll explain when you get back.
Okay. All right. I'm just wondering why the other version wasn't Take Off Your Pants, because I would think it's the equivalent of the, but anyway. This is live. Nice. Nice horns. Let's see. Live. I can't tell if it's live or not. There's a crowd sound, but the way the music is coming in, the audio doesn't sound like it's actually live, which is weird. I don't know how to really articulate that, but they don't seem to be sort of matching up together. I wonder if he's doing just sort of a sound effect kind of thing with the live. All right, let's see what else is in store for me on this song. Cool. last one, but seems like a little like Stevie Wonder type of sort of playing there. Especially in the 70s or 80s, early 80s. Yeah. Okay. Guitar. What just happened? All right, this is the last time I'm going to stop. Okay, it's right, right towards the end. Last time, I promise. Um, that was wild. I was, oh my God, I was going to pull it back. The guitar was so good, and then like this, what the hell happened? It's like this nightmarish scene just came on, and now we're uh, transporting into this dreamlike beauty. Wow. All right, let's ride this out.
I'm sorry where the streets are bare, reminds of the party. Red down homes wrapped in the road. GR's made of plastic, a bloody powder, started to flow. Outside a body like a door, and on the window I was draining. All we were so faded.
Hey Phil, you struck gold with this. I like this a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I kind of knew this one because it's weird. The reason why I thought of this one, you just did something with Air, and I love that band.
Yeah.
And I was like, French music. And then I was thinking Daft Punk. Now, do you know Daft Punk at all?
I do,
Okay.
and I don't like them.
No?
No.
Oh,
I
because
just turned. If everybody was on this, like, we're out of here. You don't like Daft Punk.
no,
Let's say
well, is it
I
because
haven't gravitated to them, and I've listened to a few things, and I wanted to like actually like a few things, like in the beginning, and say, I'll put it in my queue, and I'll react to it as a first time, and I don't
it
know. I
depends?
don't know about
I
that
don't,
band.
wait, is it because was it that the Get Lucky thing? Is that when you heard of them or no?
I don't know. I mean, I
There,
have just
there's
scratched the
albums,
surface on a
there's
few
early,
things.
yeah, there's early albums. There's one album in particular that is gold. It's gold. It's I could pull it out, but I forget the name of it. But it's Daft
Right.
Punk in big letters. But anyway, this song reminds me of going to see Daft Punk live, and because I went to see Phoenix. You know Phoenix, the band. They're French too.
Okay.
You know Phoenix, Litzamania, Litzamania. Well, they were playing at the Garden, and at the end, Daft Punk came out with the helmets on it. The place went crazy, and it was just like how this song sounded.
See, that's the thing. Just let's put when you brought up Air, right? This song, this type of sound, it's electronic, right?
Right.
But it doesn't sound anything like the Air song,
No,
La
no.
Femme Dijon, I think that's how you pronounce that
title. They're just the same genre, but as far as like style,
No,
as far as like no, this is like a very um put on a party, had the barbecue and you just put the beers in and you're waiting for the guests to come, and then they come and this song is playing in the background. It's kind of very party like atmosphere. I could even imagine, I was thinking like, if I'm cleaning the house, and I'm just like dusting and I'm kind of straightening up, this song is kind of getting me going. It's keeping me going, and it's good because it's got that very like din, 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 it's that very sort of like fast paced type of
it's almost jazz.
that sort of riff that because what's really interesting, just let me pull it back first because I want to kind of get into like why I liked it. Had such a pretty guitar opening. That guitar, like that was kind of misleading, and it doesn't mean that what followed was like, what, this sucks, I'm out. No, but it was interesting how like what followed was totally different than that beginning. Very, very pretty. And then you had the saxophone that came in, and that was cool. And then they decided to put, I think, another saxophone on top of that one. So you had a couple of saxes that were going. I think that other instrument, that horn sound, was another sax. And then that's when it started getting into like this funk groove, and I wrote down funk, and then I wrote more down like groove, and they're like, well, they're both the same. Yeah, little funk, but it just had that real groove.
You don't like the cowbell? There was cowbell going on.
In the first listen, right?
Yeah.
You're absorbing so much, cowbell, more cowbell. See, they should have done more cowbell. And I don't know if I was totally thrilled with his voice, how it was kind of distorted, filtered, because I really wanted to kind of know what he was singing and what he was saying. I really couldn't understand that. And then, so I was liking the song. It was kind of cool. I was kind of in. I'm like, all right, what else is going to happen? Well, the keyboard riff at like what, 240, 235 or so, right? The keyboard riff. And I thought, okay, it's keeping with the sort of keyboard synthesizer keyboard thing, right? And this is going to be, all sort of keys. That's fine. Then a freaking guitar comes in. The freaking guitar came in. That was so good. It was so good that I was going to pull it back, and I was about to. I don't know if people are going to see it on. I was like, what is he doing? Is he like having epileptic, whatever? And I was like, and then I stopped because of. Then all of a sudden, right after that, it went into this very like sort of nightmarish type of sound thing that was going on, and that was so interesting. And I was like, whoa, okay. And then it was so cool because it went from that nightmarish, and then it sort of like transformed into like a dream, or as though you were out of the nightmare and now you were back home safe in your bed, and it was a dream. Because then I heard like the acoustic, and then the vocals come in one last time, and there's like a siren sound that just went out. This song was definitely put together with a lot of thought, a lot of creativity. It had those few change-ups that just kept it really interesting, kept me, on my toes. But it all worked. It all connected. That's just a wonder about these songs, right? Sometimes someone can overproduce. They can be too clever, and things just don't fit. This was just, I was with every turn, and at the end, I was like, wow, Phil really picked a good one, man. This is good stuff.
Well, the thing is with this guy, first of all, there is no crowd. This guy has never he's played live, but small venues. I mean, and he's never been to the States.
Oh, the crowd. I wondered aloud in the mic. I was like, is this live? Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
He made it all up. This guy is one of those guys that does everything in like his home studio.
Okay.
He's an amazing guitarist. He's multi-instrumentalist. He does everything. He works with other people. He's on this label over there called Warp. WARP.
Okay.
And there's similar artists. They're more electronic type artists. There's another one called Clark, and they actually mix songs for each other, and there's like a whole scene there. But this guy, I'm infatuated with this guy. I mean, I've been listening to him for years now. You've probably heard his music, but you don't know it. I mean, they used to use it in a Kindle commercial. Remember Kindle? reading
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
And then they used it again in like in I think maybe in Apple commercials and car commercials. You've definitely, it's called Lovers Carving. You've This guy does a lot of acoustic, a lot of like, it's almost folk, it's folktronica, like
Okay.
folktronic. And he's just amazing, and he can really play guitar. And lately he's been getting more into like real ambient, like hardcore ambient, like, and he's also putting out side by side with that, like almost folk music, like folk rock music. And he just recently, the past couple of years, he decided he's going to pick up and learn how to play violin. And one of his last albums that he came out with, he plays violin, and it's just like it fits so well. I'm like, he's a genius.
Well, he plays all the instruments on this song.
I believe so on this. I think he does it all. I mean, this is like, if you read up on him, he may have somebody coming in and helping him with some of the stuff, because if you watch videos of him, it's him doing it all.
Okay.
They show him switching instruments, and
Cool.
yeah, he's like, he lives in like on the borders of Wales somewhere in like some, you're given the impression that he lives in like a country setting somewhere.
So is he a UKer? I mean,
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
but when
people in UK are like, we're not UKers. What is that? but he lives in the UK.
When you were touching on like how it kind of got like really distorted and woozy and wonky, that's his basic sound. I mean, you listen to it and it feels like, how like when you're almost in and out of sleep, and you almost feel nauseous kind of, and you're like, it's like kind of dreamlike, but it's not. A lot of his music feels like that. It's
That's interesting. Yeah.
It's really, I should dump a couple more on you, because you wouldn't even know that it was the same guy. I mean, you'd be like, this is really, and it doesn't sound like anybody else.
Well, let's see how this one does. But it's interesting how you mentioned that folk, that he's into like the sort of folk sound now. Because there was a little bit of that in this. Like I said, that sort of beginning of the song, with the acoustic. And then even at the end, when it kind of all sort of started to calm down again, like I said, I get that feeling like I was out of the nightmare, I was on safe ground, and that guitar was coming back. Not the same sort of thing that it was playing in the beginning, but just acoustic sound. So yeah, this guy seems to be very sort of
can I just tell you,
wide ranging.
Take off your shirt is more rock.
Okay.
It's more like rock. No, no.
Oh,
when you listen,
I didn't.
no, when you hear that version, you're like, wow, this is like almost like, it's really hard. It's like hard rock.
Okay, cool. So maybe that should be the next one, right?
But he's not like that at all. I mean, like his early stuff is just like guitar picking and like, but I said it's all done through like filters, and it sounds wonky, and you're kind of like, what the,
that's the slightest complaint. His voice, like, does he sing in all the other songs, or is it sometimes just instrumentals? And when he sings, is he always putting his voice through like a filter and something like that? Some effects?
Sometimes not.
Yeah, that's the only thing, and it's only nitpicking. I just wish that
at the beginning.
Yeah.
At the beginning, he was trying to give you like you're at a Daft Punk concert, how they do the vocals, the vocal quarters,
Okay.
Most of the time it's not that pronounced.
Yeah.
But he sings very low. He's not like, it's not his main thing. It's the music.
Well, this was good. Overall, it was like really good. So I need to hear more from this guy. So it's either the shirt song or something else. And in the meantime, folks out there who like this guy, who are watching this reaction right now because you saw Bibio, you're like, oh my God, no one's done a reaction to him yet.
So I have not seen a reaction to Bibio.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm usually that guy. I don't know, sometimes I'm like, should I take it as a compliment? Like, when someone's like, boy, you're the only one who's ever done a reaction to this. And I'm like,
this song makes you want to like, at first you're like,
you know what? It makes, if it's making people out there happy, it's kind of like why I'm doing this, right? Because, I'm doing the songs, for the forgotten people, forgotten bands, or for the,
for not forgotten.
For the land of like the land of misfits, right? Kind of that Santa Claus
thing.
Exactly. Right. So Phil, you have a good rest of the night, and to everyone out there, thank you so much for watching this. And we'll see everyone on the next episode of Into the Music.
Into music.